is moving slow. I can tell.
Yeah.
So,
What's up, everybody, man? We are in the house. We are ready to rock and roll with you today. It's a busy day. We're smiling. You know that smile that you smile when you got all kinds of things going on, but you still want to be happy? We got that going on today. And so, without further ado, we finna jump into this episode. One, two, three, here we go. Video right there. There is like the music slows down or something. I know we're supposed to do the intro, but I was thinking about this. I don't know how that happened because I did not edit that to be that way. It just naturally does that. I don't know if that's like a StreamYard thing or
thank you,
whatever, but
StreamYard.
thank you StreamYard for making our production value pop out real quick. Anyway, what is up? What is good, everybody? We are your people, and this is the Way Love Goes podcast. I'm your man, Don Dees, and I'm with my lovely, wonderful, talented, smart sister.
Tierra Monique.
Oh yes, and we got a little fun one today, man. We
Yeah.
we got a fun one today. But before we jump in, and even before we do the shameless plug, we forgot this last week, and this is the most important thing. Okay, you got to do your check-ins with your people. We just totally
Oh
forgot it.
yeah.
And that's important, man. You gotta know how your peoples are doing. All right,
Right.
so we got our "What's New with You" segment. Even if it's nothing new, it doesn't matter. We just want to know what's going on,
Right.
especially the what's going on with you. Like your house is still standing. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So right
Yeah.
now
Tell us what's going
I
on.
right. I'm on the East Coast. So right now, Hurricane Ian is making its way up the East Coast. I think right now
Yeah.
it's approaching South Carolina. Unfortunately, it went through Cuba, and
Cuba.
it went through the South Keys, and it went through Florida and Georgia, and now it is South Carolina, and it's on its way up to North Carolina, and it's going to hit us too. Right now, we're only going to get rain, so thank God
Okay.
for that. But still,
Good.
even with rain, too much rain can cause a lot of problems. So if you've been watching on
Oh
the
yeah.
news, you can see how all that rain that came down, it wasn't just the wind, it was the rain that flooded people out of their homes. And,
Didn't it move
there's
a
a lot of,
bridge?
yeah, it pushed a bridge. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of low, if you live in what is it, a low flood zone or a flood zone, like a low lying area,
Mm-hmm.
your yard and your house can get flooded really easy if that happens.
Lord
Look,
have
I just
mercy.
got a flash flood warning notification just
Oh,
popped up
see?
on my
Nah.
phone. So yeah,
Mm-mm.
so just be in prayer for everyone who is affected by the hurricane. It's going to keep going up the East Coast. Um, and all those who've already been affected, be in prayer for them. That's what's going on with
Yes.
me. So I'm going to have to soon go out in the rain and it's coming down in the wind to go pick up the kids from school. But other than that, that's what's going on. Also, y'all don't know. Last Friday, while we were recording,
Mm.
unfortunately, Kev on stage, who is like our mentor, I guess you
Mm.
can say, his brother
Band
passed away
mentor.
last
Mhm.
right. His brother passed away last Thursday, and so be in prayer for the Fredericks family. Um,
Yes.
he died unexpectedly. We know that he had battled cancer for a long time, but he had just got a 100% remission from the
Mm.
doctor, maybe a couple weeks before he passed away. So just be in prayer for the family. No matter what, we don't really want to know how he died. Just the fact that he died is just sad enough. So please be
Yeah.
in prayer for that family. Um, so yeah, so that's what's going on over here.
Yeah.
Just this weekend is going to be a shut-in weekend, which is okay. There are sometimes is a good reason to stay in the house and
Mm-hmm.
have family time and just do those things that you normally don't do when the sun is out and you go out and spend money basically. So
Right.
anytime to sit in the house and just rest and rejuvenate and get yourself back together and collect your thoughts it's always a good thing. So, but yes, just be in prayer for the hurricane people. But what's going on with you
Yes.
over on the West Coast?
Whew, the West Coast is kind of, man, our weather is so schizophrenic.
Right.
We don't know what we want to do. I mean, like, I was getting excited because it was finally starting to cool down. I
Right.
mean, it's been so hot. And when we moved to this spot, um, I don't know, man. I think they be making it hot so that you got to turn on your AC because they just want the utility company got something going on, some under the table deal with apartment complexes and condos and all of that because these places are so hot, you know. And then it started getting cool, so I was like, yes, hallelujah. And
Right.
then this whole week it was just hot again. I'm
Right.
like, bruh, like, can I wear my hoodies? No?
Right.
Okay.
Not yet.
All
Not
right,
yet.
fine. You know, because that's all, you know, the coldest we get is rain and wind. It doesn't, you know, no snow unless you go like up the mountains. But other than
Okay.
that, we just we just out here cooking, you
Mm.
know. And you know, yeah, and I don't, you know, that's one thing that I don't like about California. It's continually hot until uh, you know, like almost December. You'd be like
Really?
November, yeah. You'd be like, dude, okay, like it's Turkey Day. Can we like? Oh, look at Carol. She says 50 degrees. Good Lord. See, you know what? I got to tell you, I don't think I
Ooh.
would mind 50 degrees right now, but let me not speak out of what is it, weather privilege?
Right.
Weather privilege. But you know, because I ain't finna complain, you know, it is California, it is nice for the
Right.
most part. And in the evenings it does still cool down. We definitely aren't dealing with tornadoes and hurricanes or any of them natural disasters. We got earthquakes and like I think like an earthquake is a lazy natural disaster. It'd be like, all right, I'm done, bro.
I mean, but like buildings are coming down and people are getting hurt. That's not like
Yeah, but
that's a
it
bit
hardly ever
lazy.
happens. I feel like y'all got hurricanes every like two
You know what?
months.
This is like but you know what? This is like the first hurricane to hit land this season in the U.S. So
Really?
like Hurricane Fiona hit Puerto
Uh-huh.
Rico, so keep Puerto Rico in player too. So
Mm-hmm.
Hurricane Fiona hit Puerto Rico not a couple weeks ago, and then
Mm-hmm.
now this hurricane is the first hurricane to land on the U.S. So Puerto Rico is
Mm-hmm.
U.S. territory, but like
Yeah,
to hit the
the
United States
mainland. Mm-hmm.
mainland, I guess you can say yes. So
Dang.
but the hurricane season is from June 1st to November 1st. So
Yeah,
that's a
see,
long
there's
time. And here it is September, and this is our first one.
okay.
It's
Well,
like
so you're having a successful year, I guess you could
I,
say.
I mean,
Uh,
kinda,
they,
not to
as
you know,
yeah,
but
as far as I know, there's no earthquake season.
okay.
Earthquakes are lazy. I'm gonna take a Tony Baker stance. Earthquakes are lazy. Yeah, they're under the ground. They don't even like to
Right.
come up. They barely peek
Uh-huh.
up to say hi. They just shimmy you a little bit, break your
Right.
buildings, and then they go away for another. Yeah, I don't remember when the last big earthquake was over here. It was a while ago. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I had all the kids I have now. So yeah,
That's
yeah.
a way to tell time.
You
Did
know
I
what I'm
have
saying? But
kids?
like, yeah, you weren't
Did I
even
have
here
kids?
yet.
You weren't here.
Yeah, you didn't even exist the last
Right.
time the ground got shaken like that. So yeah. So yeah, it's not really a lot new over here. I'm just, you know, I'm getting into this fitness stuff. I have been like really heavy on the cardio, but I started adding in the
Okay.
weights now. So I
Right.
have like that soreness that your body's just always sore. Like if you
Yes.
type and you're like,
Yes.
oh god, if somebody,
Oh,
you know,
my
you're not,
arms. I can't
you
lift
know,
up my arms.
yeah, you know, everybody's
Yeah.
like, why aren't you praising the Lord? Listen, I had
I
three
can't.
sets. This is all I could do, guys.
This is my praise right here.
This is what the praise is what I do, like this, you know. my traps. I'm trapped. So
God
yeah.
still gets the praise right here.
Right. The Lord and I we gonna be fine just at this juncture. You know what I'm saying? You know
Right,
that
right,
that Ark of the Covenant. I'm making the space for the presence to be here. That's what I could do.
right,
Ah, yes. So yeah,
right.
but that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. Um,
Okay.
what we need to do, yeah. So next
That's
we need y'all to blow us up,
right.
subscribe.
Like,
Uh,
share, subscribe,
yeah, like,
comment.
share, subscribe.
Yeah. Hit the notification
Hmm.
bell so you can get all the notifications every time
Get
we
it?
go live, every time a new
Yeah.
video goes up. Don't forget
Every
to give us
time.
a 5-star rating and leave us comments on Apple and Google and Anchor and Spotify. And we'll be having all our new stuff put up as soon as we can. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, y'all can go and listen to all the old stuff
There's a
that we have on all the
smorgasbord.
podcasts. It's a lot. I mean, we've been going for a year and
Yes.
almost a year now. So, but yeah, on YouTube is where you see all of our videos that we have currently.
Hmm.
But yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, hit the notification bell, and tell everybody you know about the Way Love Goes podcast. Your mom, your sister, your brother,
Yeah.
your mother, your cousin, your enemy, everybody you know,
Hmm.
your neighbor, your boo thing, your ex thing. Tell
Right.
them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell them all, man. And our like ghost co-host Carol, who's always who's always
Yes.
in the mix. Shout out to Carol, you dig?
Audience. He's
Yeah.
our audience co-host. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Thank
how
you,
we do.
Carol.
You
Hi.
gotta have the correspondence on the floor. That's Carol.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. She's the field reporter, you know, on the ground. And yo, let me tell you guys something funny, man. And this is the good side of social media. So, you know, anybody who is checking this out, whether you're watching it live or you watching the rebroadcast, whatever,
Right,
if you want to reach out to us and actually become part of the like group text and all of that stuff, yeah, come on in. You can do it because
right.
last week we were talking about, well, the ladies were talking about the smells of men that they liked
The triggers.
and the
Uh-huh.
triggers, right? The beard, and
Yeah.
Carol, man,
He was
she was
going
in another
in.
world. I'm not sure if she was still was watching with us, but and this bearded man they
She
were
had a
off.
whole flashback.
Yeah,
She had a whole
they were somewhere, and then she then put in the group chat a whole bearded dude. Like, this
right,
is the guy I want, you know.
right.
So if you want to send the feedback, keep the conversation going in the comments, and the group text. Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah,
We're here for it. We're here for all
right.
the antics. And we're glad to have it. But shoot, man, let's get into today's situation, a little more lighthearted and
Yeah,
fun. Um,
yeah.
and I wanted to kick this off with a couple of fun facts. All right, and these are
Okay,
current fun
okay.
facts. Both of these articles have either been written or updated this year, 2022.
Right,
Okay, so
right,
this ain't old stuff that we just pulled, from back in,
right,
the wherever. This
right,
is like good, true, legit info. Um,
right.
the first, so let me pull this up, y'all. Let me bless you with something. All right. Fun fact number one. All right, and then we're going somewhere with this. Fun fact number one. This is from um, the Institute for Family Studies. Okay, Institute for Family Studies.
Right.
ifstudies.org if anybody wants to go. All
Hold
right.
on
It
first.
was an
Tell me what we're
article.
talking about today.
What's that?
What are we talking about today?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I should. Yeah, sorry. I thought you're ready to capture. We're talking about laughter and love, man. The
Right, there you
best
go.
funny advice. Sorry, yeah, it's like, why are you telling us this? True. I'm just so excited about the
I
info,
know you're
right?
so excited.
Um, yeah, which is crazy because I'm dead tired from that workout.
Right,
Like,
right.
killed me, man. It was cardio day. I couldn't even breathe. Anyway, back to love and laughter and love. All right, best funny advice for your relationship to spark those flames, or just to add
Right.
some just to add something in the mix, man. You don't want just lettuce in your salad. You got to have cucumbers, tomatoes, maybe a little bit of like peppers and
Right.
you got to get it out. So to get it popping, I want to
Uh-huh.
give you guys these fun facts because I think this is part of the mix as well. All right. So here's the first fun fact from the Institute for Family Studies. It was an blog article written in February of this year. And the question was asked, does getting married really make you happier? Okay. And this was written
Oh.
by a dude named Lyman Stone or Lehman Stone, right? Lyman or Lehman, whatever he was. He's a demographer.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Lemon. How about I say that?
Lemon Stone.
Lemon.
Lemon Stone, okay? And he's a demographer, and I didn't even know what that was, but I guess you could probably guess. But he's a person who is an expert on statistics of social change and stuff. So he did his research, and he tells us that indeed married people are happier than unmarried people. I'm gonna give you some numbers in case you thought I was lying. Across nearly 5 decades of surveys, right? 5 decades of surveys. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco decades of surveys. Okay, right? The data from the GSS, that's the General Social Surveys Group, right? Like Gallup poll and all them people.
Right.
It shows that 36% of people who have ever been married, including people who were divorced and separated and widowed, all of them is in there. They say that they are not just happy, not just kind of happy, but very happy. All right. And that is in opposition to 11% of those who say, I'm not too happy. And then you got the 22 to 15% of people that's never, ever been married. So despite what people is trying to say about the world of serious relationships and marriage and all of that, it ain't true, man. It makes you happier. It makes you happier. Any thoughts on it? Or are you surprised by that? Or are you like, nah, I knew that's what it was? What do you think?
You know what? I'm not surprised, but I think it catches people off guard when people find out that, people are really happy in marriage, because the world likes to tell you that because 50% of marriages are divorced, that means that no one's happy. No, it just means that 50% of divorces, people in marriages end divorce. It doesn't mean that the other 50% are not happy. I mean, like, what is that? And then statistics are going down, because now I think it's like 48%, 47% of marriages are now ending in divorce. And you just gotta think about that you can't look at everybody's situation that's going to be your situation, because people use that as a reason not to get married. Like, oh, well, I mean, everybody's getting divorced. Why? No, everybody. It didn't say 100% was getting divorced. It said 48% are getting divorced, not 100.
Yeah,
so
which
you
is
can't
less
go
than
based on
50 people. The majority is still with the marriage people.
Right. So yeah, so
sheesh,
I'm not surprised I'm just surprised how people always like to use negative statistics to determine what they're going to do, or as an excuse as not, do something that they really want to do, but out of fear they go, nah, I don't think I want to do it. So
it's like bad movie reviews, bro.
Right.
There's been movies that I'll be like, yo, that looks good. I'm excited to go see that. And I'll talk to my friends like, yeah, Rotten Tomato gave it a 38%. Or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I want to see the movie.
Right.
And I still be enjoying it. Be enjoying it. I'm like, I don't care about what Rotten Tomato said. I care what this guy said.
And usually the movies that a lot of people don't like are the movies that you end up liking, because your sense of humor or your perspective or your enjoyment, your measure of enjoyment is different than other people's measure of enjoyment. You can't go by just everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love being weird as opposed to like falling in line with everybody as well.
Yeah, me too.
So like dark comedies, all the crazy stuff that people be like, wait a minute. Right. I love that stuff. I love that stuff.
Side note. Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Yo.
If you haven't watched it, You need to watch it. First of
Ted
all, it has a
Lasso.
lot of good relationship tidbits in there. So I've been like recording it today. I've been
Oh,
crying and laughing and crying and laughing. It's so good.
where's
But
Ted
yeah,
Lasso?
that's a dark
Which
comedy.
platform is that?
It's on Apple.
Apple. Okay.
It's on Apple. It's on Apple.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. So it's
she balling. She got an apple.
no. It's on Apple, but do I watch it on Apple? I do.
Ah, da da da. Okay, okay,
So, but I mean, but it
okay.
is on Apple. I'm
True. All right. Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Don't come at
We
please don't come
promote
at me.
we support Apple, so
Yeah, we support Apple.
they
Hey,
support our podcast. We
I
love you
watched it on
guys.
Apple. Sure, I did. I watched it
Yeah,
on Apple Plus. Yeah, I
yeah,
did. That's
yeah.
how you.
That's what I'm
I'm
finna
balling.
do
There you go.
right
I'm
now
balling.
after
Let's go ahead
this.
and I'm balling. Absolutely, I'm balling.
Yeah,
But anyway,
exactly.
anyway, but go ahead.
Carol asked what makes him happy. I was like, I don't know what makes him happy. Maybe just the fact of being not lonely could be part of it.
I think
Um,
I think you already have to be happy to have a happy marriage.
Good point. That's a good point.
I think you
That's a
already
good
have to
point.
be happy. And then the marriage itself adds the happiness to your life based on what you need. So
Ooh,
if you're searching
I like
for a
that.
companion to meet a certain need and they meet that need, that adds to your happiness. It doesn't make you happy, but
True that.
it makes the marriage happy because two
True.
people are coming together for a purpose, and that's to meet each other's needs. So if I'm coming in to meet your need, you're coming in to meet my need, then our marriage is happy. It doesn't mean that we're going to have times of sadness or disappointment, but it does mean that when we rebound from those things, we work on it, then we'll continue to meet each other's needs. So that is what makes it, to me, that's what makes a marriage happy. So
Say that. Say that. Ooh,
y'all can have that for free.
there we go.
Oh,
There we go. We got it. We
yeah,
all need
yeah.
that. More info is always fun, always good.
Always good. Always
Um,
good.
but when we get into this advice, if people are really doing this stuff, I think it contributes to
I
the
think these
happiness.
things can happen. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Let me tell
Absolutely.
you, I got one more. I got one
Okay.
more fun fact for you.
Okay, go
Another,
ahead.
well, it might be a shocker, it might not be, but here it is. This one is an article from Reader's Digest. So
Uh-huh.
this is like old school dependability, right? Or maybe old school lobbyists and interest groups, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
Um, Marriage statistics. The biggest surprises about love, sex, and more by Brandon Spector. I'm telling you, these are real people, so you don't think that I'm making this stuff up. This is by Brandon Spector. Go find him. He's a writer somewhere. All right. And this
Mm-hmm.
was this year. This was March of this year. And here's what Brandon dropped on us. He says that divorce rates are declining in
Yeah.
America.
Mm-hmm.
Research shows that US divorce rates have actually been declining since their peak.
Mm-hmm.
Their peak was in 1980, and they've been dropping. In fact, the chances of a first marriage lasting at least 10 years were 68% for women and 70% for men, according to the National Survey of Family Growth. So my
Right.
people in these streets, there is
Right.
hope. There is
There is hope.
it's looking good for the
Right.
relationship, serious relationships and marriage roles. Like y'all can do this, okay?
Right.
Um, and I'm gonna say that I believe the advice that we checked out, if people are really doing this, I think it's contributing for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what we did, y'all, we went and looked up. I don't even know what the name of the article was. It's something off from where was it? Marriage.com.
Marriage.com. It says, hold on. It says 50 plus best funny marriage advice. Finding
Mm,
humor in commitment.
finding humor and commitment. And so we went through. They had like it's pretty nice. They kind of like had them in different sections,
Yeah, different
and we
categories.
picked.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's what I did. I went through each section and
I
I
did.
picked my
I did.
favorite.
I did.
And then I also got 2 honorable mentions
Yeah.
as
Me too.
well. So how you want to do? You want to go back? You want to like share from
Yeah,
section from
we can go back and forth.
section?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. All right. So let's kick it off. What's your first one from the newly married couples advice?
Okay, so I have newlyweds. My favorite one was start a bean jar. Okay. For the first year you are
Okay.
married, put a bean in the jar every time you have sex. Then, starting the day of your first anniversary, take a bean out of the jar every time you have sex and see how long it takes to get rid of the beans. I thought this was genius because it basically will help you all to monitor how many times y'all having sex without having to say
Right.
anything. And I think you should put that jar somewhere in your house where you're both going to see it all the time. It could be in the bathroom, it could be in the hallway, it could be next to the key jar. The kids don't even know what the jar is. Just, put it
And
somewhere for
Lord,
them
don't
to
let them
eat.
ever find out though.
Don't let them eat it though. But
They'll
put
be like,
it
oh my
somewhere that you
God.
and yeah, put it somewhere that you and your partner is going to see it every day so that you can,
Hmm.
go by and see, oh, oh, we had sex today. And so that means my thing is the goal is to fill up the jar. Now, don't get no small jar, okay? Get a big jar. I
Ah,
think a big,
ah, yeah, man.
you know, if
Get you a
you
jug.
can be funny and get a small, let me get a small jar. Let me get this size. Get
I
a
know.
big
You'd be like,
jar.
let me fill that joint up,
Yeah.
right? No, we need a big jar, bro.
Right, get a big jar, and that will basically have you all have a goal. We need to fill up this jar
We
before
got
our
to
first
fill this jar
anniversary.
up.
So when our first anniversary comes around, we can be taking out these things
I
all the
take it
time.
exactly,
Time to
exactly.
have sex. Time to have sex. So
Oh,
I thought
hey,
that.
yo, Glenda. Shout outs to Glenda right there.
Oh, that is
You
my
know what I'm
mother.
saying?
That's
Shout out to.
hi, mom.
Hey, you know what? Yo, hey, this is good though. This is good because
Right,
what you working towards is an
right.
anniversary dinner. Isn't that a fun way to
Oh,
get
or
your funds up?
vacation. Yeah,
Or, bro, you be
or
like, yo, our
vacation.
love done paid for this vacation.
Yeah. 25 cents.
Moms,
That's good. Put 25 cents in there. Yeah, somebody's
that's a
getting
good one.
paid. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, man.
Good
That's
one.
because that's motivation. That's motivation. It's
It
like,
is
bro, man,
motivation.
you try to go to Jamaica.
Right.
Well, we need to get to making
Right.
some of this
Let's put some money in
25.
this jar.
Let's put
Hey,
some money
shoot.
in this jar, girl.
You
Put
for a
some money in
dollar. Hey,
there.
let's go big.
I
Hey.
know, man.
Let's
Let's
not
do a dollar a
let's
week, a dollar a
right, let's
night.
not go to Red
What?
Lobster.
That
Let's go to Ruth
works.
Chris. Right, let's go to Ruth Chris.
Let's
Not Red
go.
Lobster.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. It's like $30 a plate or more. $50.
You understand me? Just be like, and even in your time while you're getting it on, you can
Right.
shout out what your goals are, right? Get Ruth Chris,
Ruth.
Ruth Chris, Jamaica. You know,
Jamaica,
yeah, you know
Rico.
what I'm saying? Puerto Rico. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Hey,
you know, that's what's up.
that's funny.
Yo, mom, blessings. That was I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna do that. Watch, you're gonna be like, God, where, what? Your clothes are looking really nice these days. Where'd you get all that drip? I'll be like, listen, bro, marriage, bro, marriage.
Marriage, right?
It's all gravy. It's all gravy. Good, good. All right. Let me go with my
What's
first
yours?
one.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, only fight naked.
Oh, I saw that one. That was a good one.
Only
That was
fight
a good one.
naked, right? When
That
you
was good.
argue, you have to start taking clothes off because you'll either end up laughing or doing something else. Paying
And
for
putting
that
money
trip
in
to
the jar.
Jamaica. Yeah. But at least you'll forget why you were fighting in the first place.
Right,
I love
right.
that. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that, man. Because could you imagine that you're in the heat of battle? You'd be like, nah, hold up, bro. No, no,
Right.
dude.
You saw it.
Hold on. I got it. Wait a second. I know what you just said, but wait. Yeah,
Right.
like every time you make a point or
You
a
gotta take a piece of
counterpoint,
clothes.
you
Yeah.
got to take a piece of clothes off.
That's like,
You
what
can
is
see
that?
if
Like
you could,
strip poker?
yeah, strip arguing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strip
That
arguing.
was a good one. Yeah, strip
Yeah,
arguing.
I love that, man, because first of all, couples couples know how to argue. Okay,
Yeah.
we know how to
Hmm.
argue for sure.
Hmm.
So it will either get it going
Right.
and then you gonna get it going, or
Right.
you might be like, your partner be like, man, I don't even feel like taking those clothes off right now.
Or you might
Nothing,
have to come
man.
up with a word. I have to come up with a word like
Oh yeah,
Oklahoma.
yeah. Oklahoma,
Not
Oklahoma.
today.
Not today. Yeah, I know. But that's if that's the rule, that's good. It's like, okay, you don't feel like getting naked. We're not talking about this.
Right.
Like, wow, wow. Wow. So I don't know, or maybe you can call it. Maybe you can have like a initiation word. Maybe it's not every single fight, but if you feel
Right.
like it's getting too much, then you got a word
Intense.
that's like, all
Right.
right, we could
Right.
we could keep this argument going, but we adding the nakedness to it.
Right.
We
You
we
start
we
with the sock.
expose it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you don't even got to say a word. You just start.
Right. Just
You
start.
just start. And they'll be like,
Just take the sock
no,
off.
bro, this is serious. I'll be like, yeah, well, this is serious.
It's about to end
Pants,
serious too.
pants off. You should have wore socks today. Yeah, that's your bed. People be wearing all these extra clothes just because they plan on getting in an argument.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But that would be a fun one. Okay, cool. What's your next one?
My honorable mention for that one was say something funny every day /
Oh
laugh
yeah.
at his jokes. So it says to say something funny to your wife every day, and then for the
Mm-hmm.
wife to laugh at the jokes. And I said even when his jokes aren't funny. So
Mm.
if his joke is not funny, just laugh. I mean, you know how corny he is, or you know how corny she is. Just say something funny to each other every day. Because if you start off with laughter, you go throughout the day, you'll remember that. Like you'll just something to trigger it, and you can bust
Yeah.
out laughing or something like that. So I thought that was a good one to just make sure you say something funny to each other every day. Keep a smile on each other's face to me.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
And
good.
it builds up your husband's ego if you're laughing at his jokes because he wants you to be his number one fan when it comes to his laughter. His comedic humor.
Yeah.
Like I know my wife gonna laugh at this. Let me
Oh
go.
god, that guy sounded so funny. Just impersonated right there. That is not me, people. I'm just trying to tell you, we don't all do it like that. I just see somebody sitting up there on their phone in the bathroom. Oh, this one go kill her.
This gonna
Oh,
kill
this
her.
go kill her. Yeah.
This gonna get her. I can't
Sonny, what
believe
you
she
doing in
called
the
and tell her
bathroom?
that.
Don't worry. You see in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
What's your
man.
you have honorable
And
mention for
let me
that?
give let me well, you know what? I'm gonna save mine to the end because I didn't do it by
Okay.
section. I just
Okay.
went through the whole thing and found it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I don't have that many, so I only got two. So I'll put them
Oh,
at the end.
gotcha.
But let me give you what
Okay.
I will contribute to this though. A lot of
Okay.
ladies don't know this, but dudes, we likes a funny woman.
Oh,
If
okay.
you can if you can add that into the mix, like remember I
Yeah.
was telling y'all last week, I was like I had the friend that was considerate of me and I never thought of her like
Right.
that. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Laughter and humor, that's another one of those. Hold up. Hold up.
Right.
Like if it's like man, if there's a woman that is already like attractive and got all that stuff going, and then she can
Right.
make you laugh on top of that, oh bro. She yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, that's
That's
me.
good, man. That
Here
might
he
be some
is.
red lobster. You dig? Yeah. You gotta see?
I
No?
love
No?
laughter. I will laugh and joke and roast and do all those good things all the time. All the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So
All the
there you go.
time.
You gotta be able to take it though, guys. If she get too good
Yeah.
and
You gotta
start like
take it.
Cat Williams in you, you gotta be ready for that one. You got
Right.
to be ready for that one. Yeah, that was a good honorable mention. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Um, so humor, man, I don't humor. Can you lose with humor? I don't think you really can.
I don't think so unless
I guess if it's at the wrong
someone is in a
time.
really, really bad mood or in the wrong time. Like somebody really needs you to
Yeah.
hear them out and you're like cracking a joke. They seem like you're not reading the room. You're not
Yeah,
reading the
yeah,
room.
yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
it's
Read the
funny.
room,
Yeah,
read the room,
read
guys.
the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it was
yeah,
the
yeah.
next
Read the
one
room.
was Bride to Be.
Bride to be. Oh,
Bride to
I
be.
got me one. I
Go ahead.
got
Go
me a
ahead.
bride to be.
Go ahead.
Um, Food can make him stay quiet. It says,
Mm.
make him something to eat. That will keep him quiet for a while. Keep your man comfortable and well fed. Remember, a happy man marries the girl he loves, and here's the bar. A happier man loves the girl he marries. Listen,
Oh,
listen, everybody.
yeah.
This is
You know
true.
what? That has some. That's a mic drop because a man can marry a woman and not like be happy.
Yeah,
Like he can feel obligated to marry her.
yeah.
So that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
and the thing that this is the thing, man, because and I think here's the kind of more serious or the psychology behind it,
Okay.
because of how society kind of conditions men to sort of like kind of default be like on their own.
Uh-huh.
Don't expect people to care about them. Don't expect them
Right.
to do, unless you're living by like archaic some archaic stuff that's like, yo, you have my dinner ready when I come home, like that, which is
Uh-huh.
not really the way people think that much now. It
Right.
is very touching to a man when he's shown consideration,
Mm-hmm.
and food is a huge one of those things. I mean, I know
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like working on, a sermon for church, or I'll be
Mm-hmm.
working on some, I don't know, whatever computer stuff. And my wife will walk by and she'll just drop a little orange right there. And I'll be like, hey, drop a
Oh.
little smoothie real quick. And you're like,
Right.
hey, girl. And then sometimes you just hear that cooking in the kitchen is sizzling and
Right.
smelling good.
Yeah.
You like, bro, I am not going anywhere. I love what's happening right now.
Like she loves me.
Yeah,
She's feeding me.
right.
I think. Yeah, I agree. Though I think they say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I think that's partially true. But yes,
Oh yeah,
restaurants
oh
always
yeah.
Uber Dash when a table trying to.
Listen,
I guess yeah. If you
listen.
can't cook or if you don't have time, yeah, go ahead and
You
Uber and DoorDash it. But
you
I
know what
really
though?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, real quick on that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna front. Like I remember some times where like we had some Wingstop from the previous day, and my
Uh-huh.
wife just grabbed it and she threw some little seasons and sauce on it. I was
Right.
like,
Right.
yo,
Freestyle
that's
it.
better than the real. Yeah,
Remix it. Yeah, remix
yeah.
that leftover. I know that's right. Yeah,
It's
that's
all an
good.
extension of
Yeah,
showing care.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
food,
yeah.
food.
Yeah, my grandma used to do that a lot. She
Yeah.
would have like KFC leftover and then put it in the pan and make some gravy and end up having like
Mm,
smothered
yes.
KFC with some onions
You
and, and
dig? You,
gravy.
you see?
It's
You
the whole
see
new
how it
meal.
goes?
It's a whole new
Exactly.
meal.
Right.
Yeah,
It was just
people.
a little starter. It
Yeah,
was like before Hello Fresh and all them.
right,
You
right,
know.
right.
What's your
Yeah,
what
so
was yours
ladies,
for
feed your
bride to
man.
be?
Oh, mine is put the seat up. Put the
Ah,
seat up. Yeah, put the seat up. And I added to that. It said put the seat up. I put help a brother out. And then
yeah.
I also put the seat down and flush the toilet because it had a whole bunch of other stuff in there. So
Oh
basically
yeah.
for the bride to be, when you leave the bathroom, put the seat up. Just like you want him to put the seat down when you come to go to the bathroom, how about you just put the seat up? And I've, never thought about that before. You always hear, put the seat down, put this, so I don't fall in, which is such a funny thing because you hear a joke about that all the time when they go,
Mm-hmm.
how are you not looking down before you put your butt down? Unless you're doing it in the middle of the night, I can understand, like in the
Yeah,
middle of the night, you walk to the
dude.
bathroom. But
Okay.
usually people are turning the lights on and you can see what's going on. But yeah, they said for your husband to be, put the seat up, so when you're done, put the seat up. And then it said, then I put the seat down, fellas, for your woman. So we
Yeah,
both help each
right. We
other
could
out.
share. We could
Yeah.
share.
And I put this in here, flush the toilet. So here's the thing. Don't you ever been with somebody for so long and they don't ever flush the toilet? You're like, why don't you ever flush the toilet? And you're like yelling at them, and becomes that little minor nag that becomes like really big. When you walk in the bathroom, just flush the toilet. Don't even say nothing. Just flush it. That would alleviate a lot of arguments, a lot of resentment, because it's gonna go to one of my other ones that I picked. But it just goes to the
Oh, I
fact that
know which one it is.
right, yeah, we're all human, so just help each other out. If I didn't flush the toilet, it wasn't on purpose. Maybe I just forgot. Hey, it happens.
I was in the middle of a meeting. I just had to dip out real quick and dip back in. Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that somebody didn't wash their hands. Let's.
Now you got me paranoid. Now you got me paranoid. See, I wasn't even making that association. Now, as soon as I don't see it, everybody wash your hands.
Right. My kids do that. They'll use the bathroom and then wash their hands, but don't flush the toilet. So I know it happens. So sometimes that carries over. Yeah. I wouldn't ask him, did you wash your hands? I would just say, hey, baby, I got this new hand sanitizer. Squirt, squirt,
Oh, wow. He's going to catch on to that real quick.
Right. Yo, what is yours?
Oh, yo.
Did you do yours? Oh, yeah, you did yours already.
Yeah. Mine is the food one for sure.
Right. Yeah.
I love food.
So
food is always
my honorable mention that went with that, put the seat up and and flush toilet was be ready to handle a grown child. Men are babies. That was a good one. So be ready to handle a grown child because men are babies. If you ever seen a man, and you know this, dude, you're a whole man. When a man gets sick, he is a whole baby. He can't do nothing. He can't lift his toe. He can't scratch his pinky. He can't open his eyebrows, his eyelids. He can't do anything. Everything has to be done for him. He can't function. He hit his toe on the bed. He's down for the count. He got a hangnail. He's down for the count. So be ready to handle a grown man. A child. What is that? A grown up child because
grown up child.
And that goes with the just flush the toilet because it just happens, or just put the toilet seat up, put it down. I think that happens with women too. There are some women who act like little girls sometimes when we do as women, we want to be taken care of like our dad will take care of us or whatever. So we do that too. So yeah.
Where's the compassion? Where's the compassion, my sister? You know what's crazy about that?
Yeah.
You know how I discovered that I was like that? Because I didn't think I was. The way I discovered I was like that is I was talking to my wife one day and she was just like busy doing stuff. And she just ran like offhand was like, yeah, I have a headache. I'm really sick right now. I was like, what? You're sick right now? She was doing everything. She was still cooking. She was still playing with the kids. She did all kinds of stuff, but she had a full-on headache. And when I felt her forehead, she had a fever. I was like, what? I would be in the I was like, yeah, I'm not built for this. I'm not built for this. Yeah. Right. But we're gonna change, guys. We're gonna get better. Wait, I had one thing I wanted to
go ahead
to add. Like this could be our twist on the argument thing. Ladies.
Okay.
When you want to argue, and you want to have your man like there for it, he might even. I feel if you do this, he might even welcome arguments. As a matter of fact.
Okay.
Bring him a full plate of food before the argument. What? I'll listen to anything you have to say. I just eat while it's happening.
Girl, you don't fry this chicken real good.
Listen. If I'm eating some good food, I can take almost any news better. I can take anything. Okay. You be like,
because you're satisfied.
Yeah, or I'm in the middle of being satisfied. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, yeah, okay. And I'll be like, okay. Now it may have. I don't know if it'll have the adverse effect. Like every time you get a plate of food, you're like, oh man, what happened now?
Right. But what's gonna happen?
Even if I felt like that, I'd still be like, well, I'm about to get some food. So good. Let's go. So,
There's a term for that. It's called Pavlovian.
Oh,
Getting Pavlovian, like Pavlov's dog, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
right. When they heard the dinner bell and they start
Yeah,
salivating.
yeah,
Yeah. But as long as Pavlov comes through, he ain't just ringing a bell. You bring
right.
that plate on in. I'll listen to whatever. Right.
What you gotta
What you want to
say?
say?
What you want to say?
Yes.
Never say, "Can we talk for a minute?" My mom.
Right. If you come with a plate of food, I'll say, yeah, let's talk. Let's talk.
Right.
Bring me some Lucille's ribs. If anybody know about Lucille's ribs, yo,
Ah,
bring me that with a side of some garlic mashed potatoes. Yeah,
ah,
we can have a conversation, some sweet potato fries with a honey
you in
drizzle.
there?
All right, let's have a talk. Let's have a
Right.
talk. What you want? You
Right.
know, we can
Right.
do it. We can do it.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. The groom. The
groom.
groom to be. The
You
groom to
know
be.
what? I missed that section. Give me a
It's
second.
okay. I got one.
Go
I
ahead. You
got one.
start. You
I got.
start. You start.
I got two. I got two.
Oh, you got two. Okay, let me just
Yeah.
listen to
Yeah.
yours.
I got two.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll tell
So
you yours. Yeah.
for the groom, hello grooms. Your advice, your funny advice is lie about the time to your wife. T- tell
Tell me
her,
about that. Tell
tell
me about that.
her 45 minutes to an hour the actual time so y'all can be ready. So y'all can get there on
Oh
time. So
yes.
because the whole thing is that women are always late, or they always take like 2 hours, 3 hours. That's me. I take a long time to get ready for anything. And
Why?
so
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It takes me forever.
I always wanted to know the secret of that.
And don't
Right?
call me while I'm getting ready. I can have the phone down. I'm not even touching the phone, but for some reason, my conversation with that person slows me down. I don't know what it is, but it does. But it says that you need to lie to your wife about the time. Just say, hey, if you're supposed to be there at 7, say, hey, we're supposed to be there at 5. Supposed to be there at 5, so she can hurry up and get ready. And then she go, oh, I'm so sorry. Are we gonna be? Yeah, just it's okay. We'll get there. And then by the time you get there, oh, of course she might be upset by the time you get
You're
there, but at
right.
least you're there
Right.
on time. You're there on time. So
Now, do you think she's gonna catch on to it?
Not somebody who's always late. If somebody who's always
They're never
late, they're
gonna
not
just
gonna.
like, hey,
It's like,
listen, we
oh,
gotta go. They're
okay,
like, stop arguing. We gotta go. We already 10 minutes
right,
late. As soon as they wake up in the
right,
morning, yo, we 10 minutes late. Let's go.
right.
Wake up, man. We supposed to be there 10 minutes
Do
ago.
do you experience that with your wife? Do you have to
You
tell
know
your
what?
wife
Let me
way
see.
ahead
Let me
of
see.
time?
Let me think now. Let me think now. For the most, well, let me say. I'll say it this way.
Okay.
She's pretty good with time, but
Okay.
the way how it works with us is I can gauge if we're gonna be on time or not based on
Okay.
her mood. So like,
Okay.
because I can try to get the kids ready and everything, and for
Mm-hmm.
some reason it don't go. But when she decides
Right.
we need to be at this thing, it gets done. I don't know. It's magical. It's magical.
Oh,
Like
right.
I can tell. Like if it's something that is like for her friends or an event that she's got, I'm like, oh, we finna be on time. I know we finna be on time for this for sure. If it's something for me, she is she over time it has increased, and pretty
Uh-huh.
much now if she kind of gauge like how important is it. If it's really important, then she'd be like, all right, let's go
Right.
everybody. Dad's got to go. We got to go.
Right. Right.
I try to always be that way with her because she has much less things that she's like, I got to be there. So I'm like,
Right.
yeah, we got to go. So that's how it works with us with that time. Like she
Okay.
is, regardless, she's the manager of the time.
All right. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
But that's a
All right.
good thing. I'm gonna use
Number
that for my
two
kids.
was
Hmm.
yeah, do that for your kids. Number two is of that one is if she says what, change your answer. So it said that if you're talking to groom, hey groom, to your to your wife, or hey, not even hey, if you're in a relationship and you're talking to your significant other, and you say something out of pocket, and you don't
Hmm.
even know you said it, you will know by how she responds. So if she says what, she's giving you enough time to backtrack. Just go ahead and reel
Hmm.
it back in
Yeah.
Try again. She's like, what you say? What did you say? And you're like,
I said,
I mean,
no,
that's not what
I
I
meant
meant.
tomorrow
Like,
is when it's going
right,
down. It's happening tomorrow. Yeah.
right. Would you
Yeah.
say? Yeah. So yeah, that was the two that I have for the
I was
group.
saying I'll do the laundry tonight. That's what I was. That's what I was saying. I'll fold. You
Right.
take a
I'll
rest.
vote.
I'll
Right.
fold. I'll fold.
I'll vote.
Ooh, those are
All right.
good.
Did you
I'm
have
gonna
one
go
for
back and
married
look at the
couples?
groom ones. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I do. I do. This is okay. All right. So here's my one for married couples. This is yeah. This is really good. Don't go
Okay.
to bed angry.
Okay. Yeah. I
Stay
don't have
up
that one. That's good.
and fight
Mhm.
all night. I love that.
I thought
I
I thought that
love
was
that.
hilarious. I saw that.
That is so funny, man. Stay up and fight all night, right? And exactly how they started off their description is it's funny, but it has
Right.
meaning. Especially if you're thinking, if you and your partner have talked about this, is like, look, when we have a fight,
Right.
we're gonna keep it going, and you know that this is the advice. Then it
Hmm.
even becomes more funny because what it
Right.
says here is couples should not sleep right after they fight. It's better to
Hmm.
fight the anger and conflict away rather than let them pile up in your heart by not communicating. It will help put things in an honest perspective when the
Uh-huh.
first post marriage argument happens, or even the other arguments way down the line anyway.
Uh-huh.
And this point is really true here. Most disagreements between couples are usually about something trivial, which should
Right.
immediately be either fought away or laughed away. Some fights
I would
need
be glad.
uh, double days or more than one day to settle down,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
try to fight it out in the first
Right.
place. I gotta tell you, man, like when my wife, like when we have arguments
Hmm.
and we have to be like, all right, we're gonna get back to this. We don't always get back to it until the next fight, which is like maybe like months later, and they be bringing up the unresolved fight from before. You'd be like,
Right.
what? You still
Right.
was thinking about
Yeah.
that, Or I'll be
Exactly.
like, yeah, and before da da da. But the times that we have talked, like almost every time we've gone through an argument and just like exhausted the topic,
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
always are better at the end, and we
Hmm.
both I've noticed we both apologize to each other, and it's natural. It's not like a look, man, I'm sorry, all right,
Right.
whatever. It wasn't no
Right.
Juanita Bynum, you know uh YouTube post. It was like a legit, like, oh
Ah,
man, I it's like, yo, I definitely, all the stuff you just pointed out in this talk right here, I did not see it
right.
like that. And now that you've laid it out, I agree with you. I would also not like me if I saw it that way. And I'm not,
Right. Right.
I'm gonna try to change. Like, my bad. My bad. You know? So I love that one, man. Fight it out. Fight it out, man.
Fight it out and
Hey,
fight fair,
mom, there
but
you
fight fair.
go. There you
Fight fair.
go.
Fight naked.
Fight naked 25 cents. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. You feel me?
Ah,
Let's go. I'm with it. I'm with it.
that's funny. All right,
So you be
mine
naked and
was
tired. Sheesh.
right.
Hmm.
So mine was don't feel disgusted if he burps because he will. So it says
Mm.
he will do that a lot.
He
So be
will.
prepared for a lot of burping as soon as you get married. And for guys, don't find it weird if she's obsessed with her nail paints and skincare products. That's just how women are. I put a little side note to that. I put let him burp
Hmm.
and let her fart.
Yeah.
Let him burp,
Yeah.
and let her fart. Here's the thing. He is gonna
Okay.
be him and you're gonna be you. Some men don't think that women pass gas. And as soon as they do,
Right.
they're like, wait a minute. They came out of your butt. I'm like, yeah, that came out of your mouth. Like you burped. It's both coming out two different ends. It's both happening. It's both
It's
gas.
going
It's
down,
gas.
y'all.
We
It's
both
going
have
down.
gas. We're both human beings. And I think a lot of women wait for a very long time to pass gas in front of their significant other because they don't want to change anything. I'm like, hey, as soon as you do something nasty, I'm going to do something nasty. As soon as you burp, in front of me, then I mean, all right, just get ready for this
Take
burp, get ready for this part, get ready for all
take
this.
notes. Take notes, guys.
Because
Take
now
notes
we're
out there.
comfortable. Now we're
Yeah.
comfortable.
And make sure you're ready to be comfortable. Make sure you're ready to be comfortable. Because
Now I'm not gonna be
it's
nasty
probably
with it,
going to.
like, oh, there it is. But I think that whenever you see couples who, right, you see couples getting really comfortable with each other, it becomes something funny. You know, they go, "Oh, you're so
Yeah.
nasty, but I love you." Like, "Oh, you stink, but I love
Yeah.
you." I mean, you're not
It's
gonna do
like,
like like the
wow.
clumps at the table, like on what was that? What
Yeah, like
was that
Hercules.
movie?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
The whole family was sitting around the table passing gas. You're not doing that. But you know,
Yeah.
you're sitting there
Yeah.
watching a movie and you gotta pass gas. You ever had to pass gas and you're not sure it's gonna come out loud or quiet?
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to commit. It's just.
you're like, you're like, what was that you?
And
That was you
now I
that was you?
come to you with open arms. You
Open
know what I'm saying?
arms.
It don't matter. You just gotta go. You just
We
gotta
open.
go.
We all in it
Yeah,
now.
take that,
All
Carol.
we
We
are
could be
all
crazy
in it.
like you too.
Yes, yes, yes. My second
Yeah, that's
honorable
right.
mention to married couples. My
Mm-hmm.
second
Mm-hmm.
one was write a honeydew list, then suggest a professional to do it, and then instead of spending that money redoing what he couldn't fix, take that money and go to a hotel and have like role play. Hey, while the pipe man is there, while the plumber is there fixing your pipes, you can go lay on the pipe at the hotel
Yeah,
and role
dig.
reversal.
Yeah,
Hey,
dig. Let's
we both
go.
got a plumber. We both got a plumber day. Hey.
You did. You did. We will be happy to have the plumber come
Right,
over. Yeah,
right.
see,
Yes.
if you have all these like, 'cause you know what's interesting about this?
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing. A lot of what happens in marriages interactions, in marriage
Right.
interactions, there are certain things attached to it, certain feelings, certain emotions.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Right.
time they're negative because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's this one more thing I got to deal with. But everything we're
Right.
talking about today are good associate, like a meal
Yeah.
associated with the argument.
Yeah.
Argument ain't
Right.
so bad. I have to
Nope.
pay for this repair, but I'm finna go get 25 cents in a jar. It ain't so bad. You understand me?
We on
Like,
our way to
let's
Jamaica.
add,
Right.
Jamaica to
Right.
Puerto Rico, Puerto
Right.
Rico. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if we have that, that's kind of like that's a principle for anybody to think about
Right.
in relationships. Try to attach positive associations
Right.
to the things. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Hey,
Right.
dude, you gotta be
And
who you
look,
are.
we freaks.
You gotta be who you are.
Gotta be
You
who
gotta
you
be who
are.
we
Gotta
are.
be who
You
you are.
understand?
Look, I think that it's very important though for people to understand that what you see on TV is not real life. So every man
Right.
does not have a skill to be a handyman, and every
Right.
woman does not have the skill to be a cook. I'm just
Mm.
let's just go ahead and be out there. But you can either go to dinner,
Right. Right.
order Hello Fresh. Hey, Hello Fresh, y'all can be a
Hey.
brand sponsor.
Yep.
Hey,
Sponsor. Yeah. See, that would have been a
or
good transition right there.
hey,
Hmm.
I know, right there,
Right.
right.
Right. Right.
You can hire the plumber. If your spouse is not a plumber, then hire the plumber, and then y'all can go do something else. Instead of he acting like he can fix something because he saw Uncle Joe do it, and then Uncle Joe didn't know what he was doing either. You just didn't know that Uncle Joe had to end up calling a real guy to come out and fix it when you weren't around. So now
Once you
you're trying to
left.
do it, and now you gotta go. Yeah, now you gotta go spend more money to undo what you did. Just go ahead and rip up the list like they suggest. Rip up that list and just hire a professional who knows how to do it, and then y'all take y'all butts down and have fun. Okay? Amen. Amen.
Wow.
Amen. Again. Yeah, Bill
Wow.
Cosby's with the
Wow.
belt. Yeah, Bill Cosby was walking around thinking he could fix everything, and and Claire had to keep going and hiring somebody. Remember the doorbell that kept not working?
Oh. Oh.
That was hilarious. That was
He
a
always thought he could do it.
funny. Yeah, that was a funny joke
Yeah.
that happened.
And
All right,
I
so
don't even listen, man. I don't be fronting. I don't be fronting. Like if I don't know how to fix a thing, I'll be like, all right, man, where's hey
right,
Google, Siri,
right.
who does carburetors? Yeah, you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right, right.
Exactly. Uh,
Um,
do you have
honorable
newlywed?
mentions. I
Okay.
got honorable mentions now. I could put those in.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Um, first one.
Okay.
I like this. I don't know how to do it, but if I
Okay.
figure out, I'm definitely gonna do this. Keep
Okay.
track of her cycles.
Oh my gosh. When I saw that, I was like, I'm not gonna put that down. I'm hoping that D is gonna put that down. That is a good one.
Really? Hey, did I
That was
pass
a
the
really
test
good
or
one.
what? Did I pass the test?
That was a really
Yeah,
good one.
I
Really,
don't
really
know
good
how to
one.
do that at all. I mean, I guess I could just like start. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would. I would. I know
I would
when it.
say,
I know. I could know when it started,
okay,
but I
okay,
don't know
okay.
how to keep the track of.
I
How do
think
you do that?
what you would have to do is monitor her moods. Monitor her
Mm,
moods. You monitor her moods.
mm.
And check I mean, you can always check the trash can in the bathroom.
What's yeah? So I know that, or I know certain. Yeah, I guess there's some things I kind of know that.
I mean,
Okay,
you'll
okay,
know.
all
I
right,
mean,
all right. I
you'll
think I
know.
get. I think I
You'll know.
figured it out. I think I figured it out.
You'll know.
But I
Because
like
I
it
know.
because it
Yeah.
was,
Go ahead.
huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was saying I like this because this like I think a lot of times in marriage men don't get challenged to
Be
be
observant.
considerate,
Hmm.
observant. Yeah, like we
Hmm.
just it's like, all right, well, he did something nice for you. It ain't nothing that you wanted, but he did something. So give him
Right.
his
Right.
ribbon or participation ribbon or whatever. Um, but if you but again, talking about associating positive things to this,
Right. Right.
if you're in tune with your lady and you know that's coming through,
Right.
set it up, man. I like the stuff. It was like, yeah, go watch the movie, get some chocolates, get this, get that. You
Yeah.
know, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, do some things so that
Right.
when they have a negative situation, they can also
Right.
get some. The more positivity you can bring into the relationship, I mean,
Right.
why not, right?
Right.
Why
Right.
not?
Exactly. Because I know I was over here today watching Ted Lasso, and I was laughing, and then I was
Mm-hmm.
crying, and then I was laughing, I was crying, and I was crying because I'm hormonal. And if I had a man who
Mm.
was observing me, they would know, oh, she over here, oh, something up with her. Because why would she be crying at a funny show?
Right, right,
Why would she be
right.
crying? If she's crying at something that should be funny, you know that she's hormonal. I think also not just looking, but listening as well is a part of observing. Because if she's
Uh-huh.
like, oh man, I am craving cheesecake, you know that she's trying to lose weight, but she's craving cheesecake every day this week. It's that time of the month. Or she's hormonal. It could be menopause. It could be if I'm having hot flashes, it could be a
Mm-hmm.
whole menopausal, pre-menopausal moment, or it's that time of the month thing. I mean, you'll know. And if you don't
Yeah,
know, if you just have no clue, just ask. Hey, babe,
yeah.
can you tell
Is
me?
it
Right? Isn't that time of the month? I think some women get like offended by saying that. Oh, why you think? Because I got an attitude. Yes, you have a whole attitude, and so I just want to know:
just
is it that
is this
time of the month?
why
Is
or
this
is it something
why?
else?
Yeah, I mean, I think you should say, is it that time of month? Because I don't want to read this wrong. I don't want to say anything wrong, So just let me know. I'm not trying to offend you or make you feel bad. Just let me know. Are you
Right,
having a
right,
bad
right.
day or something? Whatever. So I think that's really
Oh,
good. That's really
dude,
good.
Carol,
Really
hold
good.
on, hold on. This is funny. Carol strikes
What did
again.
Carol say?
Look at this. Look at this girl.
I think a tool belt and Tim's are sexy on a man with no
Oh,
shoes.
you agreed. I saw that. I saw that.
Even
I
if
saw that face.
he can't fix Jack. No, you know what it is? Fake the funk. She
Hmm,
said,
hmm.
when she said Tim's, I was like, Carol must like New Yorkers. Because New Yorkers,
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim's, it was all about the
They got
Tim's. It was
y'all
all
got
about
a
the
lot of
fake.
Tims in Boston too? I don't know.
I don't know, it could be a northern thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All that over there.
Ah,
All that over there.
wearing,
Yeah.
wearing those Tim's. Yeah. I have an honorable
Shoot.
mention. Mine
Okay.
was have secret lives. So have secret
Mm.
lives. So have your own thing to do. So secret, not like you have a whole nother family. Not
Yeah.
like you're moonlighting as a stripper and they don't know, and you telling that you're working at Target late night and you really
Yeah.
not. You at the liquid blue,
Like
you know?
Subway sandwiches
Yeah,
at 2 a.m. Juicy
right.
Smoulier, is that you?
Why you
Yeah.
got all these
Uh
dollar bills? Why you got all these dollar?
huh.
That's
Chick-fil-A is not
crazy,
open today. What?
right?
It's
What's going
Sunday.
on?
What? What?
What's going on,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, but have your own thing to do. So basically, continue to be your own individual self while still being one with your partner. So,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have your own thing. I think a lot of marriages and couples that I find that are successful are those who can leave the house and still be themselves and come back and be a couple. So, like, if you
Mm-hmm.
got your own thing, if you got your group of guys you go hang out with and do basketball or shoot pool or whatever, that's great. Go do that. And don't, ladies, and don't get jealous because that's what he's doing. And then if you have your own thing with your girlfriends, y'all go to the movies, y'all go to the spa, y'all go to massages, y'all go to concerts, all the things that you like to do with your girls, go do it. Have
Do
your
it.
own thing. It
Do
keeps you all
it. Do
missing
it.
each
Do
other. I hear a lot of guys that would say to me back in the day when I was needy, they would say, I like a woman who makes me miss her.
it.
So it's
Mm.
like not always like in the face. And there's some men who like, a clingy woman, but a lot of men like a woman who makes them miss her. So you have go leave the house and go do something, and
Mm-hmm.
then come back. Tell me I miss you. And then you can
Just,
then
I've been at the house too long. Let me go out to Target real quick.
right. I'm gonna talk right quick. Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, just find something to do that is something that you love to do before you got married. Because sometimes we can lose ourselves and our partners and forget about ourselves. And you don't want to do that because as soon as they pick a new hobby, you're getting jealous and resentful because they're not spending any time with you because you don't have nothing to do. So
Mm.
whatever you were doing before you got married, yes, that's important. Yes, because you are still a person and respect. Yes, you got to be individuals. So, yeah, so whatever you were doing before you got married, continue to do it if it's not disrespectful or harmful to your relationship. So there has to be some kind of balance there because if you were always going out to the club before you got married, you can't be going out to the club now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be like,
Yeah.
there's some things you don't do anymore. You can hang out with the fellas, whatever, but you ain't supposed to be doing all that stuff before because now you got a whole wife at home. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
can get chicken wings other places than Hooters.
thank
They have
you.
other spots
Thank you.
that
Thank
have
you.
good
We need to have one of those
wing
sound things
stop.
that has
Yeah, the hand claps, the
the hand
applause.
clap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I had guys tell that to me, but their wings are so good. Get out of here. Chick-fil-A got some good chicken nuggets. Come on now. Ain't nobody out there slapping and clapping or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Come
You didn't
on.
have to go. There's all kinds of Brazilian barbecues. You ain't got to go to the one where the girls is dressed like Carnival. You didn't have to eat at that one. You could have went to,
Ah, right.
Umberto's down the way where they
Right.
just had just the good meats
Right.
and not the good meats. You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah. You
Yes.
understand. You
So
understand.
yeah, don't use it as an excuse. So yeah, but still have your own thing to do and still come back together. They said that absence, what is it? Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Heart grow fonder. Yep. Absence makes the
It
heart grow fonder.
does. It does. So
It
yeah.
does.
So those are all mine that I have. Did you have any more honorable mentions?
I had one more, and it actually
Go
kind
ahead.
of coincides with you. Man, we are
Okay.
like vibing right here. Okay.
Hey.
Time works differently after marriage.
Oh, that was a good one.
Time works differently after marriage, and this is I 100% true because I have experienced this. And if my wife
Okay.
would have known this, and I would have known this, it just would have been a lot less stressful. Here's what it
Right.
is: if your husband, this was in the bride to be space, it said, if your
Okay.
husband says he'll be home in 1 hour, when you call him to find out how long he will stay out with his friends, key point with his friends,
Mm-hmm.
don't be alarmed if he isn't home even after 3 hours. He's not cheating on you. He's just enjoying his
Right.
time with his friends. Okay? He don't
Mm-hmm.
got no whole
Yeah.
secret life. Right? You know
Right.
what? You're right, mama. You're right, mom. You're right, mom. This is true too.
Don't
It's
tell
got
me
to
when
be a
he's coming home.
balance. It's
Yeah.
got to be a balance. But I
Right.
remember this because I'll be talking to my friends who,
Mm-hmm.
because we're both married and got families, haven't
Right.
talk to each other for sometimes months
Mm-hmm.
at a time, and we'll be chatting and
Uh-huh.
talking, and either his wife will call or my wife will call, and they'll be like, "Yeah, are you on the way home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah. I'll be home in 30 minutes." Hang up,
Right.
and we keep the conversation going, and that 30 minutes is ate up like that. But ain't nobody
Yeah.
did nothing wrong. Ain't nobody did nothing wrong. We
Right.
just
Just
catch
lost.
it up with
Just
our friends.
honestly lost track of time. You honestly lost track of
Yeah,
time. But
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say that you also have to be accountable. At 4 a.m., he better be at the hospital.
Oh gosh.
That's
Carol strikes again.
that's what I was about to say, Carol. I was about to go to that, but you have to make sure
Hmm.
that you keep. It's not about checking in, but it is. So you have to make sure that you are
Yeah,
letting your partner
communication. Yeah,
know. It's all about communication. If I see that you're communicating with me and you're letting me know, hey, this is what's going on, this is going on, that there is no room for me to go there in my head at
yeah,
all,
yeah,
because
yeah.
that means that there's trust there. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. But if you're not saying anything and then you walk in the house and you just slide in the bed, you're like, oh, hey, and you say nothing, then now I'm thinking. So it's like all about just keeping up, with communication and just checking in. Like Pastor Cal said from the book that we reviewed, go back and look at
Hmm.
it. He said, what book was that again? I just forgot that
Oh yeah,
fast.
marriage.
Oh, Marriage Ain't for
Marriage ain't for punks.
Marriage Ain't
Yeah,
for Punks. He said that someone a spouse who really loves and respects their spouse or their partner, um, they don't mind checking in. They don't
right,
mind saying, "Hey, this is where I am. Hey, we were here and now we're going here, so where I am. So
right,
it's not about
right.
somebody being somebody's mother or father. It's all about respecting each other. Say, you know what, I value our relationship, and I want you to know where I am.
And I
That's all.
tell you, the nicest feeling in the world when it comes to that predicament
Mhm.
is I'll be like, oh man, I know I said I was gonna be a half an hour, but we're just still talking, maybe
Right,
like 20 more minutes. And my wife's reply is, hey, it's all good. Enjoy
right.
your time with your friend. Like,
Enjoy your
man,
time.
woo, the weight
Man,
is lifted off, and you're like, okay,
right,
cool, we could talk,
right,
you
right,
know.
right. Yeah,
And I try to be like that with my wife too. Like if she's out,
right,
I don't be like, "Hey, yo, when you coming back?" It's just like it's
right,
4 a.m.
right.
Well, maybe at 4 a.m., but
Not 4 a.m.
not
Not
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Not
Not 4
4 a.m.
a.m.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
4 a.m. at all. So that's
Shoot.
good. That's good. That's good. I
Yeah,
have
dude.
one quote from
Mm-hmm.
the article. So my quote is, it says, couples who have the best of everything are not the most successful. Instead, it's the couples who try to make the best of everything and work to be content with what they have, with having each other being the most important thing. That's really
Mm.
good.
That's
That's a
really
lot to
good.
chew on. It's a lot to
That
chew on.
is.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is.
Having each other is, let me tell you something. This
Mm-hmm.
is what they said on Ted Lasso today. He said that, he said you can be sad and you can be alone. He said, but it's better to be sad and with someone than to
Mm,
be sad and alone. So like if you're
mm,
sad, he said they had lost a soccer match. And he said, take a look around all the people who are going through this with you. He said,
mm-hmm.
it's better that you're going through this with somebody than going through this without somebody. And so I think that's the key to marriages, is that you have to remember that it's so much better that y'all are going through this journey together than trying to do it by yourself. You know, I
Yeesh.
mean, everybody's not meant to be married if you don't want to be married. But if you desire marriage, it is better to be with someone going through life together, this crazy life that we live, than
Oh
to be
yes.
doing it by yourself, trying to weigh out all your options and have so much fun and who blah blah. No, I mean, because at the end of the day, you're like, man, I don't have nobody here with me when I come home. So hey,
That's
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 that's that
facts.
right there. That's at the end of the day, it's like, do I have somebody in my corner with me going through this with me? So yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
got. That's what I got.
that's good.
Did you have
That
a
is
scripture
good,
today?
man. I do have a scripture. I do have a
Okay.
scripture, man. And I was actually surprised because what I was trying to look up was like fun scriptures. Because almost every scripture is like some like scolding or some warning about the
Right.
dangers of life. but
Right.
I was very glad to find this one, which it was real simple. First Peter 4:8. It just says,
Mm-hmm.
above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since
Mm-hmm.
love covers a multitude of sins.
Yes, that's
I
a good.
mean, come
That's a good
on,
one.
man.
That's a good
If
one.
you're loving, if you're loving, if you're loving, if you're doing all these things that are like
Right.
adding the fun
Right.
to the mix, like,
Right.
come on, man. Like,
Right.
you can slip up every once in a while. You know, there are acceptable mistakes. There are things
Right.
that we can get through as long as we know, yeah,
Right.
we're in this together. We're committed to each other. We
Right.
love each other. We're gonna get through, you know, whatever. So,
Right.
yeah, I like that. It was just simple and straight to the point. You
To
feel
the
me?
point. So yeah, you
All right,
guys. So
y'all.
thank you so much for joining us today. If you want more about that article, it was on marriage.com.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And it was titled again, it was titled the 50, hold on, 50 plus best funny marriage advice. Or you can just Google funny love and
Marriage
laughter, or you can
advice.
Google marriage and love or whatever like that. And you'll find
Yeah, yeah.
a whole bunch of articles on how funny it is. I would say one more thing right before we go. Just enjoy each other. Like try to take time to just disconnect from all the stuff that's going on, because whatever's going on today is going to continue to be going on tomorrow. Okay? So just take time to enjoy each other. Take time to laugh with each other and laugh at each other and watch something funny together. Go to a comedy show, laugh at your kids, do something that, that is going to cultivate an atmosphere of laughter and enjoying each other and peace and some kind of harmony. Because at the end of the day, all you two is you just have each other. You got God and
Yes.
then you have each other together. Because once, if you don't even have any children and you don't want each other, again, all you have is each other. And when you want that partner that you can laugh with. If you can't laugh with that person, it's time to reevaluate why you cannot laugh with that person.
Yeah.
You make the I'm not trying to promote divorce, but did you make the right decision in getting married? And if you're not
Mm-hmm.
married yet, you need to go ahead and evaluate now before you spend a whole bunch of money and you
Whew.
get with somebody that you can even laugh with. And then now you're feeling like you're stuck because you married them and now there's no laughter. You have to figure out how to find joy again in your marriage. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it may start with trying to find joy within yourself again so that you can find joy with each other. So that's all I
Facts.
have from
Facts on
from
facts.
from me.
Yeah, man, and join us next week, man, because we're gonna
Yes.
be talking about relationship hangups. Yeah, dig.
Yes.
So we trying to give y'all, you're trying to string you along so you know what's going on next time.
Yep.
But we hope you enjoyed this. We hope you take this advice,
Yes.
and just try it out, man. Try it out and let us know how it goes, man. Especially if you
Yes.
do the naked arguing. I really want to know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know. Let
Yeah.
me
Send us
know.
some comments in the
Oh,
today
I thought you
if
were about to
you're
say
watching
send us some pics.
this. No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No. We don't. We're not soliciting. No,
Don't do
please.
that. It's
No.
not that kind
No.
of pod. Not that kind of pod. But
Yeah. That's not.
make sure you
Yeah, it's not
comment
the
even
only dance.
after
Right.
the live today, or send us a DM on our Instagram page, which is at the way love goes pod. Or you can send us an email if you have any suggestions of what you want us to talk about at the way love goes pod at gmail.com. And don't forget to like,
Yeah.
subscribe, follow, comment, 5-star review, rating, and comments on all your other podcast streaming platforms. And until next
Yes.
time, that's the
That's the
way
way love
love
goes.
goes.
Yeah, and make
Bye,
sure you
y'all.
check out our stuff on the reels because that's the only place we
Oh,
can play
yeah.
the Janet Jackson song and we don't have to pay for it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay, peace out,
All right.
everybody. See you
Bye.
later. Bye bye.